There we go.
Rolling?
Yeah, go for it.
They call me the Danish. Danish and O'Neill. Danish and O'Neill. Danish and O'Neill.
That's us.
Oh, you know it is.
Aaron, we were wondering if you had something new. Drop a bomb how you do, like an engagement moon and a steak rape too. Tell us something new. It's so nice to meet you.
I just got the engagement moon part.
Well, it's there's a Easter egg in there for every time. Aaron, we got breaking news. What happened to your pinky?
First of all, you've been sitting on this for 2 weeks.
Sitting on his pinky? Is that why it's injured?
Because we recorded live, and then then we were gone, and now we're back, and so we've been anticipating this story for quite some time.
Yeah, what's going on, Aaron? We want to know. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Last week, while playing softball on Thursday, a guy hit a line drive right back at me. I got my glove up, but did not catch it.
Uh-oh.
It ricocheted to the second baseman, who pitched it over to second, got the lead runner out.
Were you carted off?
Wait,
No.
and then what? Because you missed the ball, they broke your finger?
No. As all this was developing, I was walking in a circle yelling "fuck," "ow,"
Whoa.
"fuck."
Bad sportsmanship, Aaron.
Were you drunk?
No. I thought I broke my pinky.
Okay.
It hurt like it doesn't usually hurt when the ball just goes off your glove.
Have you ever had a pinky injury?
There's
On this
definitely
pinky?
both of my pinkies are definitely a little. The end knuckle is busted from.
You have softball pinkies, is what you're saying.
Yeah, from playing
years of.
From in high school when I would play, we wouldn't use gloves.
Whoa!
Were you playing?
But it was a mushy ball. But I still jammed both.
Playing
my pinkies.
Tijuana ball.
Yeah.
You playing cricket?
Dude,
So I have a sprained left pinky, but it's much, much better now. I haven't even been.
Have you
wrapping.
missed any time?
No, not at all.
are you wearing your pinky ring on the other finger now?
Oh, that goes on the right hand, you know.
You have 2 pinky rings.
You should consider cutting your pinkies off to avoid these injuries.
Someone suggested it, and I thought it was a bad idea.
Okay.
You really needed to close that glove. You really need to do a lot of things. You need your pinky to snap your fingers.
And also, it's the warm-up for anal.
There is also
You
that.
go pinky first, always.
Yeah.
How do you need your pinky to snap your fingers?
Yeah. Wait, what?
These 2 fingers.
Yeah, I couldn't close my hand. I couldn't even close my.
But you would be able to. You'd figure it out. There are people who learn to write with their feet.
Dude, people play the piano with their feet. I saw a guy who shoots
Aaron.
bullseyes with a fucking compound bow with his feet.
Aaron, you'd figure it out.
I wouldn't be able to drink tea like a dainty English lady. I mean,
You could get a fake pinky.
Dude, here's the thing. If you cut those pinkies off, your other senses will be heightened.
Think of how good your other fingers will come.
They'll feel...
It sounds like butt play gone wrong.
No.
Somebody moved.
Somebody clinched up?
Or Aaron,
Like a clinching?
or Aaron clinched himself. Who knows? Who knows what Aaron does in his free time?
You could have caught that ball, but I think you're using this as a disguise for something embarrassing. You're like, oh, my finger. Oh, yeah. Nobody probably saw it. You're probably wearing a glove when you showed up, so nobody would see the pre-injury.
So did you? I'm assuming you pitched the rest of the game.
no.
No.
I pitched another inning and then took myself.
This is on
off.
your glove hand, right?
Yeah, but then it's your bottom hand on the bat, and I
Aaron's like, guys, I know you don't want me to do it. I'm going to take myself out.
I did get a hit with it. I took a walk with it, and then I grounded out with it.
Couldn't you tape the finger to the bat?
No, you have to tape it.
Or to your other
What
finger.
I learned is you're supposed to tape it to your ring finger, so that you're not straining the ligament when you're trying to.
I heard you're supposed to tape it to the thumb.
That would be weird. That's a long way to go.
Did you guys win the game?
We did not win that game.
Oh man, you
But-
leave him with such a morale hit, man. They couldn't
know.
get over it.
I was
Aaron, everyone's so worried about his pinky. We can't even
He's
think.
on
we
the
can't
bench
focus.
drinking beers and having a good time.
I actually didn't get that much sympathy. I was really kind of upset by that.
Grievances.
Uh-oh.
But
Softball grievances.
Then this week, guys, the season actually fully began. Official game 1 of the season.
What was this, exhibition before?
That was an exhibition game, actually,
Dude,
yeah.
Hold on.
It's an exhibition! Did Adrian yell that?
Your whole season is an exposition.
No, it's to establish...
dominance.
No, you're...
Test
you could.
Test your pinkies.
To establish what division you belong in.
What division did you guys?
Oh, you lost. So what are you down to?
A is the highest. We are B.
You sandbagged it because of the injury. Now we're getting to the bottom of it.
No.
What are you? Now you're playing the guys that run the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
No.
Those guys.
Now we're getting somewhere. You're coming off a championship loss in your other league. You're
Well,
like,
guys,
how do we get in D League?
This is crazy.
No, this is that league. This is the league where we lost the championship. Yesterday...
You're not even an A League player, Aaron?
I'm a B. It's fine.
Dude, you're
Whoa.
sandbagging it so that you can dominate a lower level player. People who maybe this is their first time playing.
No.
You're playing immigrants
it goes
fresh
all
off
the
the
way-
boat.
it goes
Never
all the way
heard
down to
about
E.
softball. It
goes
goes
all
down
the-
to E?
Yeah.
What's E? Like elderly?
It's really bad.
E's for elderly.
Wait, is that part of the naturalization process? They're like, all right, you got to take the test, but you also have to play an American sport.
Yeah, what's more American
So-
than softball?
Now you join this league, and after that, you become a naturalized citizen.
Okay, guys. So yesterday, championship rematch.
Whoa.
Championship
With an
rematch.
injured pinky.
With my injured
First
pinky.
game?
They smell
First game
blood,
back,
dude.
Just how it worked out.
That's
Champion versus almost champion.
Versus-
That's like
runners-up.
Monday Night Football, the first week of football. Like,
man.
let's put the Super Bowl
yeah.
matchup back in.
They were the home team, unlike the championship game, and we put the screws to them.
Whoa.
What?
Oh.
You won?
22-4.
Sounds like you
22-4.
you got the pinky injury maybe to rev up the team, motivate.
Sure.
Dude,
That's
that
what it
is
takes.
22
Yep.
to 4.
22-4.
What happened?
Wow.
We played some great defense. I pitched well as always, and we hit like crazy.
Man.
And we had a couple guys that were missing from the championship game.
Oh, they were like kidnapped and they've been found?
No, they were on trips. Mike from ATC being one of them.
And he's-
Unprofessional,
He's one of the
Aaron.
star players.
He can be, yeah, absolutely.
Did he play in cleats or Chuck Taylors? It was with Chuck Taylors.
Cleats.
Okay. Do you wear metal? Can you wear metal?
No,
Can
you can't wear metal
You can't
spikes.
spike, guys?
What kind of league is this where somebody's like championship game? I got a vacation.
Well, it's, I mean,
They didn't know. I mean, you
you
don't
don't really
know.
plan around
Yeah.
softball.
There might have been a rain out. too,
Aaron would
but-
plan around softball. I think the rest of
Yeah.
the team's like, I got other stuff I'm doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially since there's like 8 comics on the team. Like
Oh, how dare
Are you
you?
saying they're flaky?
they
think
have
we've
other
been through
commitments
this.
sometimes.
They have
On a
road
night,
weekend gigs, nighttime
Yeah.
activities.
I could see that.
Orgies.
Well, Aaron, so what did you get a
Splint?
Did you get an X-ray of it?
No, I wanted to go to. I went to a chiropractor for my back, and
And you're like, can you adjust my pinky?
he took a look at it. No, he had
He's
worked.
so mad right now. He's like, guys,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
He had worked with high school baseball players for decades, so he knew,
So he's like,
he's used to handling.
so he wasn't. He's like, I'm not used to. I played with male players. I'm not familiar with the women's.
He's like,
sports."
Aaron, you have the pinkies of a high school boy. I can work with this. So what did he tell you? Ice it? I mean,
he
you
did,
can't really do much.
yeah,
can
He
you?
used a
not.
tuning fork.
On the pinky.
This is crazy. He used a tuning fork.
Are you sure this guy was a chiropractor and not a piano tuner?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
He used a tuning fork. So he
It
bonged
sounds
it
good.
and he hit it on something to make it vibrate. And then I was like, you're not going to hit my pinky with that. Like, that looks really painful. But he used the other end.
Did you go to a witch doctor?
No, he used the other end. He put a-
and he had a chicken foot on the other hand.
no, he put the other end on each of my digits, and none of them like hurt like crazy. And he's like, if it was fractured, you would be in pain every time I touched you. So
Yeah, where else did he touch you?
And he's like, and now your hands are your left hand's in D minor and your right hand's in C.
did he touch
Yeah.
you? And he's like, yeah, you're a handsome man, Aaron. Let me got another thing I'd like to try this tuning fork on.
So you feeling good?
yeah, I feel
Okay.
great. Yeah, I mean, it still hurts. It hurts to clap, ironically, which is
Why? What are you clapping
oh
at?
yeah,
we
what
won
is-
22-4. I had a
Well,
lot
you
of
got-
fun.
Wow.
You
I thought you were going to
gotta-
see like a movie in the theater, and you like to applaud at the end.
You got to bring thunder sticks
No, only
from
when I-
an
only when
NBA
the-
game.
Only when the plane lands, then I clap.
Oh, can you still do devil sticks? Are you doing that in the park before the game?
Sure.
Why don't you bring a megaphone? communicate.
Yeah.
That'd be rude, I think.
I don't think so.
Can you?
I did hit a line drive foul that hit another team that was waiting for the next game.
Jesus, this is getting crazy, Aaron.
And this team I don't really like.
Whoa!
Shots fired.
There's a couple players on the team that are just jerks. And
Why? What? How so? Give me an example.
Openly racist?
No, one guy's the pitcher, and he just constantly hits it right back at me. And it's like...
You think it's on purpose?
It's uncouth. Yeah, it's just like not cool.
How do you know he's doing it on purpose?
Because he does it every time.
But that just may be where he hits the ball.
This guy's so good that he's targeting
It's
you.
a general rule in the league, like if you do hit it at the pitcher, you apologize immediately.
This guy doesn't.
He's
Never does.
Oh, man.
Never does.
Could we come and just... would you pay us to be hecklers there to try to throw the other team off?
I would love it.
Why don't you return the favor and hit it back at him?
Yeah.
I have tried.
You don't have as much control, and that's why you hate this guy.
Yeah, there's
Sounds more like it's jealousy than it is
But then the other guy,
anger.
Did you hit this guy with the foul ball?
I don't think I hit the pitcher. I think I hit another guy.
You hit an innocent civilian.
No, but this other guy I don't like either. Because when he's in the
Because he's the guy's best friend.
when he's the on deck hitter, he, unlike most people who just stand like right just outside the dugout, he stands as close to the umpire as he can, so he's in my eye line as he's warming up, and I hate it. He's the only guy in the league that does it. And it's just like, why are you doing this?
Dude, these grievances are...
This is first world softball problems from Aaron.
So I hit this line drive, right? It goes into the crowd of the dudes, and nobody drops to the floor or anything, so I don't go over and see how they're doing. I just continue my at bat. I hit the next pitch for a base hit, and when I get to first, I turn to them and I say, "Are you guys all right?" And the guy just says, "Fuck you."
Whoa!
Yeah, so fuck those guys.
Jesus. Would you fight this guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you bigger than him?
He's a pretty big dude.
Oh, so it's an even fight.
I heard he does a lot of Aikido pinky manipulation, so you better watch out.
Yeah.
Dude, don't just gouge the eyes. That's all you have to do. Literally, if you practice one move, just gouge the eyes.
I'll
You'll
bite
be
him.
fine.
Why don't you get?
He's gonna bite him.
Why don't you get into an MMA league
We got a biter.
with this guy? A casual MMA
Oh,
league.
that would be great.
For just random guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
like a fight club, Burbank Fight Club.
This has been an explosive Aaron update.
Yeah.
I'm glad we led with it.
This is explosive diarrhea. Breaking news.
I don't know if we can follow it.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
There's news in the Dave Chappelle saga.
Oh yeah, this is
Isaiah Lee, the 23-year-old who tackled Chappelle on stage at the Hollywood Bowl.
talented rapper.
Is he? He's a rapper? I didn't know that.
He did a rap about Chappelle.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was pretty good.
Turns out he got arrested in connection to a fight with his roommate at a transitional housing facility back on December 2nd.
He stabbed the guy.
He did. He pled not guilty to one count of attempted murder over this.
He goes to trial June 2nd for attempted murder.
So now they finally got him for a felony because they were not charging him with a felony for the Chappelle attack.
But they knew about this, and yet they still go, well, the guy, they knew that you should automatically be bumped up. If you've attempted to murder a guy, then you charge a guy on stage and you have a fucking gun that is actually a knife in your bag.
They say the DA's office is saying the victim identified Lee as his attacker after he gained the media attention. So they claim this was like an ongoing. Sounds odd. How did he not know this guy's identity?
I thought he was arrested back then.
This is what this says. Following the confrontation, it says the publicity. LA DA George Gascon, who's in my opinion not the best in town, decriminalized a lot of things.
DA, I'm familiar with most of the DAs in the country, and I don't know who knows the DA. How do you know the DA?
The publicity generated by the attack on Mr. Chappelle helped police solve this crime. The incident that occurred at the Hollywood Bowl was misdemeanor conduct, thanks to you, and rightfully referred to the city attorney's office. Give himself a little praise there. Based on the nature and severity of the December attack, he's now facing felony charges, which my office will prosecute. Jesus. Oh, give yourself a pat on the back.
So I believe him and the city attorney are different people. So he refused to charge this guy with a felony and passed it along to the city attorney.
So he's like, this is below me. You take care of it. Yeah. It's like when you tell like another pitcher, you go out there. I'm not taking this game.
This guy's got like, I got a pinky injury. You let the city take care of it. Dude, because I was under the impression that they let him go and then...
But how do they not know at this transitional facility? They don't take any information? They're like, oh, we don't know who that guy is. They have no name, nothing?
Everybody's transitioning. How do they know?
I guess. Could be a
man, could be a woman. I don't know.
Yeah, so they talk about how security broke his arm, security being allegedly maybe Busta Rhymes, other people.
Who tries to kill their roommate, then gets away with it, then does this, then decides to sue Chappelle over all this. Yeah, this guy's got a lot of audacity.
After he attacked Chappelle, too, his sister came out and said, like, he's never been violent before.
Well, it's first time for everything.
Clearly he was.
She didn't know him in December.
I guess not.
Yeah, this guy lives in L.A., not shocking there.
He lives down the street from me.
Really?
No.
You ever hang out with him?
Yeah, I used to see him all the time.
It said L.A. City Deputy Attorney Giselle Fernandez.
Oh, is she related to Giselle
Bundchen?
Whatever?
Yes.
Giselle Brady?
They're best friends. The Giselle Club. This guy's had several prior run-ins with the law. He had a battery charge that was reduced to a disturbing the peace in San Bernardino. Why do they keep reducing this guy's charges? Clearly, there's a problem here.
I've never understood how some people get put away in prison for like 20 years for a crime they didn't commit, but then people who commit many, like a dozen crimes, all they ever get is like 3 months in jail.
There's the guys who
nothing.
Were dealing weed back in the day, and they're like, oh yeah, they're in life for like 3 strikes. Well, this guy also had an assault for a deadly weapon in 2018 and felony larceny in New York in 2015.
By the way, I was watching this documentary about this kid that got kidnapped in I think it was the late 70s, early 80s.
Captive Audience?
Yeah, yeah.
I saw it.
But so the guy kidnaps the kid for 7 years.
And the
kid finally escapes after
7 months prison time.
Yeah, or was 20 months or something like that?
He got out.
And then when he got out, he kidnapped a 4th kid.
And he tried to buy a child or something.
Yeah, he tried to buy but he had already kidnapped one kid. He got busted for that. Then he kidnaps this kid for 7 years. Then he gets another little kid, and that other kid that
Timmy.
Helped him escape. By the way, he was sexually assaulting him, and they portrayed him as this guy who was just a guy who couldn't have kids and really wanted to be a father.
It was a crazy story because the kid he kidnapped lived with him for 7 years. Like, had a completely another life. He had another name. He had friends.
Well,
and then he came back, and he was like, the guy was letting him smoke and drink, and so he was kind of unruly when he went back to his family.
That was a crazy...
And then a crazy twist, his brother went a little haywire.
Brother was like a serial killer.
This is I Know My Name is Steven.
Yeah.
Kid?
Yeah.
I'd never heard of it. They said the movie was like the biggest deal. The actors...
40 million people watched
They had the actors in there reading lines, and one of the guys really took himself super seriously.
I remember seeing it as a kid.
I don't remember it.
Movie.
I don't. But I saw the lineup. Bryan Cranston was one of the police officers.
Really?
He had like a tiny, tiny role in it.
So was Stephen Raynard, who was kidnapped. They gave him a police cameo.
So was what's his name from Beverly Hills Cop?
Eddie Murphy?
Taggart.
He was one of the
father.
Oh, I love the father. He was his explosive anger, and he'd be like,
Parker Lewis was the boy.
Oh, that's who that was?
Parker Lewis Can't Lose, yeah.
I knew he looked familiar. I couldn't place who it was.
Yeah, he was, you saw him when he was
the young kid? The young kid was the kid from The Wizard, wasn't it? With Fred Savage? The kid who was like the little kid.
Maybe. I don't know.
I could be wrong on that.
And then the brother didn't do anything after that, but he was in there reading those lines.
They kept showing the line where the brother Carrie got reintroduced to Steven after 7 years. He got taken when he was 7, came back at 14. He's like, it's me, your brother, Carrie.
Like he doesn't know.
He was 7 years old. He wasn't an infant.
Yeah.
It's like, I know who you are.
But that fucking guy got a year and a half or some shit. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. I don't understand how they sentence people.
There's another documentary, Our Father.
If you plead guilty, you can plead guilty to a lesser charge.
I know, but it should
Why
be
is
the
that?
same
Yeah, it
shit.
doesn't matter.
You
Why?
avoid a trial, so I think the city's like, well, you're saving us money.
I
so.
know, but
that doesn't make sense.
I agree. I'm just saying that's what it is.
You're saving the city money, but you're going to get somebody else raped and kidnapped.
Yeah.
Like, well, we'll deal with that money then.
They almost did. I mean, it's and also, so how does this guy keep getting away with it? I feel like if I got busted for something like this, I'd probably be in jail for like 5 years, but I guess that is not the case.
There's a documentary on Netflix. It's a movie. I just saw it last night. Our Father, about this dude in Indiana. It was like the #1 fertility doctor in the 80s, and he was using his own jizz.
That was
unbeknownst to the women.
Was that the one that was on HBO, or was it a separate one?
Maybe separate. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw the.
He avoided any sort of criminal charge.
Yeah, but he has like hundreds of kids out there.
It's still
you
climbing.
could be fucking your half sister.
It's still climbing right now, dude. And then he went on this piece of shit. This guy was real religious, and he kept telling this one woman who found out she was his dad was like, she was a real pit bull, and she's like, I will fight this till the day I die. And she was saying, so she came at him, and he was like, look, I only did this a handful of times. And then the numbers just kept going up.
Even
up.
If you did it once, you're done.
And he's like, my wife will leave me if you come out with this. No, please. And she's like, I'm like, why should anyone care about you?
What a fucking asshole.
So then he knew there were these two doctors who were his colleagues. And he knew that this girl was this daughter.
Yeah.
This guy was treating her as her OBGYN.
Yeah.
Which is, what a crazy violation.
Hey, you wanted to see if the pussy matched the DNA.
Jesus. I mean, that lady's like, I feel completely violent.
I think even people were hearing about it. I think it wasn't. Were people still going to the fucking guy?
There are people in his town who are still supporters at his church. They're like, he's a great guy. He's changed.
So
we got to give him another chance. I'm like, Jesus.
That pharma bro guy, after he got arrested for all the shit he did, Harvard Business School invited him to be a guest speaker. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it.
People don't give a fuck.
Very strange. Chappelle, I guess, spoke to this guy backstage before he got hauled off by the cops.
What, did he give him a lecture?
The comic told the crowd at a surprise comedy show, that might be at the store, that Lee had ranted about his grandmother being forced out of her Brooklyn home due to gentrification.
What did Chappelle have to do with it?
Lee believed the attack would bring more attention to his grandmother's situation, said Chappelle, who added he thought Lee was appeared to be mentally ill. It's a bit of a leap, I think. But
yeah, hey, Dave, you're not a doctor.
Inconclusive. His attorney said that Lee, who appeared in court in a padded suicide gown, I think that was just for fashion, was receiving mental health services.
Yeah, this guy is unhinged, man. Of course he's unhinged.
So, but I think maybe you keep letting him out and see what happens.
The guy loves his grandma.
If you're going to find a roommate on Craigslist, be careful it's not this fucking guy.
I like, too, that he does it in L.A. for his grandma who's in New York.
And I think it's helped his grandma for sure. I'm sure that neighborhood is not being gentrified at all right now. And
what are they going to do? Someone's going to go in there and stop gentrification?
I think Chappelle's going to stop it. He's going to put money down. Say, everyone stays. I'm paying everyone's rent.
That'd be great.
For the rent for 30 years.
Hey, you know what this guy needs?
I think I do know what he needs. He needs something besides the suicide vest is a good start. But he also, I think, needs...
He needs some better help.
He apparently either has not sought help.
No.
Or
but
the help he's getting is not better help.
It's not better help. It's worse help. So you need better help.
Yes.
Don't go to worse help.
Please don't.
Yeah. So, this guy's probably burnt out.
There's a lot of burnout going on out there, man.
Could be working too much. Maybe he's not taking enough time for himself.
Yeah, maybe his grandma's got him down. You ever feeling burned out there yourself?
Yep.
What's going on?
Look, life can be
We all get
overwhelming.
tired. A lot going on these days.
Yep.
A lot in the news. You can get on Twitter. You can feel bad about the world.
So if you're looking for the symptoms of being overwhelmed or burnt out or just general fatigue, I mean, it's lack of motivation, irritability. There's all sorts of
pinky
things.
pain.
Yes, pinky pain.
We associate burnout with work. That's not always the case or the cause. Any of our roles in life can lead us to feeling burned out. BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Talking with someone can help you figure out what's causing stress in your life.
That's right. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
That's the truth. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Guess what? Our listeners get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/take out a pen and pad. DO101DANDO. DO101DANDO. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P as in Paul.com/DO, 101DANDO.
Would you ever consider sports therapy, Aaron?
He has a psychologist on his team.
You would?
Sure.
For intramural softball?
It's not intramural. I'm not in college.
That'd be higher up.
What is this called?
It's called like rec league, isn't it?
No,
it's
rec
rec
league?
league,
What's the difference between intramural and rec league?
Whether there's a college involved?
Is that you have to be college for intramural?
Have you considered going back to college to get back into the intramural swing of things?
No.
You could actually go back
And play for a
as
team.
a woman.
Yeah.
You could go back and do it.
transition.
I mean,
Would you get smoked by female players? Or do you think you could hold your own?
there are some good ones, but I do okay.
Dude, he couldn't hit the fast. He's playing
No,
slow
not
pitch.
fast pitch. I don't
Yeah,
think-
they
I don't think I could play
fucking
fast
No, I'm
whip
talking
him.
about like college. Do you think you could get a scholarship at a D3 school
No.
for female softball?
Fast pitch? No.
Aaron doesn't have
Wait,
what
are
it takes.
are there fast and slow pitch?
Well,
Or
he
is everything in
plays slow
college-
pitch. College is all fast.
Yeah, but
he can't handle the real speed.
You can't
of
handle the
game.
heat. If you can't handle the heat, get off the pitch.
I mean, I'd have to focus on it, and I don't.
You don't have time.
I
is
haven't
what you're
played
saying.
fast pitch in so long.
Oh.
I mean, you could make a comeback. Don't call it
Certainly.
a comeback. You've been here for years.
Can we write some retorts for you to give to these guys that you don't like when you play them?
Absolutely,
You know, why don't you turn? Why
can
don't the
yell.
comics on your team get going?
they do.
They talk shit.
Sure.
Did you tell them the guy said fuck you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd they say?
Uh-oh, bench is cleared out.
No, they're just like, well, fuck that guy.
that is comics. Well, fuck them. All right.
Is this guy good? Is he like the best player in the league?
No, he's good. Like he gets on base and all the stuff.
Is he the Shooter McGavin? Would you say of this league?
No, not at all.
He's not your biggest rival.
Do you rub it? I mean, if you played them one-on-one, can you play people one-on-one baseball?
No. I mean, I do pitch to them, so I guess it is one-on-one.
Maybe you should try to bury the hatchet, recruit him, and bring him to your team,
And then bench him the whole season.
or become.
And then and at the end go, fuck you.
It was suggested to me that next time he's in the on-deck circle, I throw one at him instead.
Whoa, overhand.
Whatever.
You'd get ejected from the league, Aaron. You'd be banned.
Also, he can move. He's slow pitch.
Lifetime ban.
I wouldn't necessarily throw it that slow.
Whoa.
Jeez.
What if you put the ball behind your back, grabbed an actual baseball, and then hurled it at him?
That would be bad.
Or a brick through his windshield?
Probably.
After
What's he
the game.
driving?
No idea.
Last night,
He's like, he knows his address.
I may have seen this guy last night. I was on the highway, a quick errand to run, and I saw a
this
motorcycle must have been going like 100 in the fast lane. I was in the middle lane, and then I was getting off at an exit. This guy crossed all the lanes to get to that exit.
Uh-oh.
So he was in front of me, but then we ended up at the same red light, so he saved 0 time.
Yeah.
Then he turns left on red fast. I was like, this guy's gonna get killed. He pulls into where I'm going, this plaza, and I'm like, what the fuck's? I mean, what's this rush? Like, does he have to take a shit? Like, what's going on? I pull in. There's like the back half of this park. It was a big parking lot because I live out in the sticks.
Motorcycle meetup?
Motorcycle/car meetup. Like, I'm
car
talking
show.
hundreds of like teens to early 20s. I was like, hope nothing crazy goes on. It just looked people milling around. It just looked like something was going to go on.
Yeah,
a
they're just
fight
hanging out.
so I'd never seen anything like that. It was like Fast and the Furious.
They used to have it down at the Big Lots parking lot by me.
What is that all? It must be all online, I would guess, right? Like a Facebook.
I feel
it's
they
all meet up.
They
and-
do that in Indiana.
I saw Aaron. Aaron was out there with an
Oh,
El
yeah.
Camino.
They're probably going to do some stupid fucking donuts at an intersection or whatever.
That's what they say.
Oh, dude, speaking of donuts, like this is like 2 weeks ago. I'm sitting in my living room. It's probably midnight. The window's open. All of a sudden, I just hear the car just revving over and over again. And I'm like, and it sounds like somebody's doing donuts. I go out on my patio, and there is so much smoke in the air, and then the police helicopter shows up. So the next day I walk down there, in the middle of a busy intersection, there are just black donut lines. This guy must have done 20 fucking turns of the donut
Man.
in the middle of the fucking intersection.
What time was it?
Aaron would have hated it.
Yeah.
It was like midnight.
I think it was Aaron.
I was like, why? This guy just sounded like somebody was revving their engine and tires were squealing for like 5 minutes.
You guys have to get new tires.
Yeah.
Taking too much rubber off of them.
And I might have been the end of a police chase or something.
That was
because
the
the police
celebration?
helicopter was there. Yeah, he's like, well, I'm going out, so I might as well piss off Aaron.
Might as well just keep spinning around. They can't figure out which way I'm going to go.
Aaron, wait, are you not a donut guy?
I've never done a donut. No.
Oh, dude, they're the best. I mean, they're expensive.
Aaron's
Good
more of
tires.
a croissant guy.
Dude, if I
I love a donut.
when our tires were getting ready to go, all we did would just burn them out with donuts.
But it's like called street takeovers or some shit. Like it's a big craze. I don't know why.
What?
It's really dumb.
Do you want to
What are you
crack
talking
down on
about?
it? What? Like these guys
Like
doing
for
donuts?
street racing?
Here in LA, yeah, they hundreds of people meet up, just like what
Yeah.
Danish saw, and
It's like coffee and cars. Only it's at night, and you're in the parking lot of an abandoned fucking mall.
So what do you just walk around and look at the cars? Is that the point
Yeah,
of it?
just hang
kind
out
of
with car
talk,
guys.
talk shop.
and they do donuts and shit, like in the intersection.
I didn't witness that, but
That's
this
true.
motorcycle rider, if he was any indication, he was
in a hurry to get there. It's probably
driving very recklessly.
There are roving motorcycle games around my area. I'll drive, and there'll be like, I don't know, 100 motorcycles. And when the light goes red, they just keep going, like the old bicyclers.
Man.
And you can't fuck with them. Do you remember that video of those people that there was like that motorcycle
They
gang?
surrounded the car.
Yeah, they like drove over a guy. I think that was justified.
Yeah, the
Self-defense.
car. Yeah, guy was, and they were like hitting his windows and stuff.
Some guy in Indiana just had a convertible BMW. He must have cut this guy off, but they only have the camera footage of what happened. But some guy pulls up next to him on a big hog with a lady in the back. He gets off and just starts punching this fucking guy in the face. The guy then takes off and like 100 yards up, fucking loses consciousness and crashes into a truck.
Whew.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So-
Be careful on the roads, everybody,
Yeah.
and enjoy those parking lot car shows.
Dude, those motorcycle guys make me nervous. I saw a guy once on the highway, popped a wheelie. We were all doing like 80, popped a wheelie, and then fucking when he landed, he got the wobbles, and I thought this guy was dead, but he fucking recovered. I can't watch that shit.
Man, your death experience.
Oh, by the way, did you guys watch Free Solo?
Yeah.
No.
About Alex Honnold? There's this other one. It's on Netflix now. It's called The Alpinist, and this is like Alex Honnold on acid.
Wow.
This fucking guy climbs shit that Alex Honnold wouldn't. Free solos it. He goes to places he's never been and just free solos it. Only he doesn't want any of the acclaim. He does it by himself. He doesn't want people around because he's doing it just for himself.
For the love of the sport.
It's this dude's pretty fucking wild. Like I had trouble watching it also as they had video footage of him climbing shit that dude watch it.
Aaron's
It's
career
mind-boggling.
as a free soloist is going to be over with this injury. to his
Is that
hand.
true?
He doesn't have the grip strength.
Yeah, I couldn't. For
Can't
sure.
lodge your fingers up in those cracks.
Are all those jars you brought over there for us to open because you're having trouble with your hand?
Yeah.
We'll do it after the
Appreciate it.
show.
Yeah, thank you.
Nate Diaz made the news. He showed up at the UFC Performance Institute in Vegas. I guess he's having a contract standoff with the UFC.
What? He has one fight left. What's his contract?
He claims they won't give him a fight, and he wants to be let out.
I think they won't give him the fight that he wants to get.
They're trying to give him that hazmat guy who I don't think he wants a part of. But
I mean, Kazmat should be fighting Colby Covington, so I don't see the advantage in fighting Diaz.
he, I think this is on Instagram, took a picture of himself taking a piss outside the building.
Oh yeah,
Said taking a piss on the UFC PI. I could do this because I get paid more than all you guys, and they won't cut me, dog. Forrest Griffin, who works for the UFC, I think is some sort of ambassador, had a funny response. He's like, "We have great bathrooms inside. If you're back, you feel free to come in, use them." Yeah.
I don't get it.
Took a piss, and
They've-
did he just show up to take the piss, or was he there like for a reason?
He must
He's
have been
like,
there
"I'll
for a
take
minute." I think
I'll
he
take
probably-
a piss while I'm out here.
Can you imagine him showing up and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fucking here to see Dana White." They're like, "Do you have an appointment?" He's like, "Fuck you, bitch. I'll fucking hit
What's
you.
your name? You know, I'm fucking. Wait.
I'll fucking piss in here."
What is she talking about? Like my real name?
Dude, that would be the worst. He would be the worst guy to have come into your office.
The place of business.
You know, he brought people with.
I'm sure. Like
And-
smoking a joint
Like,
in
fuck
there.
yeah, this fucking Gil's old man.
Like, can you
fucking
not
Gil.
smoke in here? Why not? Fucking, fucking, it's a vape pen, dog.
And then he goes in there. He's like, "Fucking, I want fucking out of my contract." They're like, "We gave you 20 fights to choose from." "Yeah, I told you. I only want to fight this fucking
And
guy."
he just knocks the coffee out of some executive's hand onto the floor. He's like, "Fuck you! You fucking looking at me for
Yeah.
fucking?"
Who is
Guy's
it?
like, "I'm an accountant."
Who is there for him to fight at this point? Masvidal,
Connor, I
beat him.
guess, is the
Connor's
trilogy.
done. Who cares? It's too late now.
Yeah, I don't know, really.
There's nobody.
I think he wants to fight Jake Paul just to grab a huge payday.
Just let him go.
Yeah, I don't know why they won't let him go. But I think they don't want to see him go somewhere else and make money, but that's the way it goes.
I know, but if he's clearly difficult to work with.
And he's pissing on your facilities.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point? Let him go. I want to.
What a great business where you have to be involved with guys who this is their strategy or a contract negotiation. It's like, I'm gonna show up there, if I can take a piss, take a picture of it, fucking.
Dude, I want to see him fight Jake Paul.
Yeah,
I would rather watch that fight than I would watch because
problem with Jake Paul is such a big
yeah,
dude.
but what is he, 6'2", 190? Diaz walks around at 6'1", 190.
Yeah, it's different.
Diaz is a pretty big guy.
Yeah, I guess just built differently. One's long and lanky. One's
he can cut
more compact.
But yeah, I still think the experience. I think that Diaz could take him. I would hope. But also Jake Paul needs to just start fighting boxers.
I don't think he's gonna. I think he's going to start playing softball. That's when we know.
It's embarrassing when he calls out. He keeps calling out ex-champions.
Who are old.
Yeah.
Old guys.
It's like, dude, call out a fight. I would just want to see him fight some unranked guy. By the way, you see a Holyfield's kid got knocked out?
No, I didn't see that.
He got knocked out by a dude who was 6-5. And by the way, his losses were for tin cans. I think the guys that he lost to had a record of 8 and 130 or something.
I think I saw Holyfield appear in some random commercial. Just it was a random cameo.
Was he drooling?
No, I think
he's in rough shape.
They were wiping him down between takes.
Jesus,
I think.
Would you have Holyfield on your softball team?
I mean, if he could hit, sure.
He'd probably hit with his head. He doesn't even need a bat.
What if he was violent due to CTE? Could hurt somebody.
We'd have to take a look at that.
Isn't that the greatest irony of all? The people that really know how to fight usually become deranged.
Yeah, become violent.
And yeah. Well.
Speaking of deranged, I got this listener email. Danish, what's up? It says, what's up, O'Neill? I'm a 20-year-old college student from the Midwest. I was hanging out at my apartment last week when I got an urgent call from my sister. She'd been attacked by her roommate's new dog and needed a ride to the hospital.
Whoa.
When I showed up to take her to the hospital, injuries were far worse than I imagined. She had 3 inches of flesh ripped off her forearm, hanging off by a little flap of skin. Aaron, makes your pinky injury look like nothing.
Yeah, this guy's complaining. This is real world problem.
She was holding it onto her arm so it wouldn't fall off. Ugh.
Oh.
She also had blood dripping out of bite marks on her elbow, along with a sprained ankle from being dragged to the ground by the dog.
What kind of dog was this?
I don't know if it says. Needless to say, the dog no longer lives at my sister's apartment. My sister's roommate had gotten the dog 2 nights before. She told my sister that she wanted a dog, but did not inform her when she was bringing one home. After the incident, my sister's roommate was upset that the dog was removed. She planned to register it as an emotional support animal and bring it to classes around campus.
Dude, that dog needs an emotional support human.
I think that dog probably shouldn't be around humans. As you may imagine, my sister was very pissed off when she heard that and banned her roommate from getting another dog. She'd probably get rid of the roommate. Yeah. I thought this would be the best place to share this story. I love dogs and understand that some emotional support dogs are good when used for the right reasons. However, my sister's experience proved that when used for the wrong reasons, or in the wrong hands, emotional support animals can be very dangerous. Love the pod. When are you guys going to get back on the Birdcast? No idea. That's my answer. Yeah. P.S. Easily my 2 favorite Birdcasts ever. Thank you, Brian.
Whoa.
Get well soon to your sister, man.
Holy
that sounds crazy.
Fuck.
Hope she's all right.
It's emotional support Wolverine.
I guess.
Yeah, it's
honey
like a werewolf.
Jesus. Sprained her ankle? I mean, this thing really took her to town.
Who's this roommate?
I don't know.
What a fucking cunt.
Yeah, get rid of her.
Jesus
Throw the
Christ.
roommate out.
You got rid of my dog? Yeah, fuck yeah, I did.
I would sue the roommate.
Also, you have
injuries, medical bills.
2 days. You had the dog for 2 days. You don't have any fucking attachment to this dog.
Why didn't you train it in those 2 days to make it? And I like how she's like, oh, this thing will be great as an emotional support. They would have bit somebody's neck in the middle of class.
Also, she just got it, from the pound? Like, you can't just randomly... You got to have a dog that's like a good dog.
No, but that's what's going going on is everyone's skirting the system and they're just getting in these crazy dogs.
The Renazizis of the world.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, we did a whole podcast where
That's true.
He told us his plan to make Mickey a fucking emotional support dog so he could fly with it.
That is true. That dog, though, was very docile. I'll give him that.
That dog was half dead.
Well, yeah, I'd rather that than this dog.
Yeah, no, I
It's
know.
going to sprain my ankle and hurt. Imagine if it hurt Aaron before a big game.
Damn. Dude, can you imagine when you go home to your house, you have to wear one of those dog biting suits that they train dogs on?
She probably didn't think she had to, but I guess now
Fuck.
she does. Who knows what she's going to bring home next?
Dude, she has to duct tape couch pillows onto her forearms.
She might bring a peacock into the apartment.
That'd be
start,
fine.
Start flapping around and going crazy.
Peacocks suck your dick. That's what they're known for.
Yeah, I think they are, but that's why they're called peacocks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hope your sister's doing all right. I'm sorry to hear that.
Dude, I wonder how many stitches. Jesus Christ. They might have to reattach nerves and muscles.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. Whew. I don't know if it's her writing hand or not. Or she might play softball in college like a real professional, not like Aaron.
Do they still put
tragedy.
dogs down? They still put dogs down now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I didn't
Especially
know.
when you
It's a
attack a
different
human,
time
yeah.
we're living in.
I talked to someone though, who they were a former law enforcement. They were out walking in their neighborhood, got bit by a dog, and they dog off the leash, and they like called the cops, and the cops were basically like, yeah, it's kind of an urban legend that like the dog automatically gets put down.
Really?
That's what this woman told me.
I guess it depends how bad the injury is.
She said her skin was broke and she was bleeding, and they're just like, yeah, there's really nothing we can do.
There's nothing. I mean, so you have to take it like a civil matter and sue the owner?
I think, yeah. She talked to the owners, and the owners were like, yeah, it's not our dog, like kind of like in denial. And
What?
she's like, what?
He just
I mean,
comes around.
that cop's got to shoot that dog. Say, stand your ground.
Yes. Yeah.
Stay in your dog ground.
Pistol whip him. Dude, so then what? The guy just goes, yeah, he comes around now and again, and we have a bed for him in the house, but he's technically not ours.
Yeah, or just denied having it. I don't know. But she's like, I know the dog.
Like, can
lives
you
here.
really own an animal?
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that law has changed that they put the dogs down. I'm not sure what's
It
going
could
on
be an
out
urban
there.
legend, like a cop has to tell you he's a cop if he's undercover.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's up to the owner. Owner's choice.
I would feel like, I bet if it savagely attacked you, like this
Or like
lady.
kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should give it a fighting chance. You get a spear or a harpoon gun, and then they give the dog 5 seconds to run.
Are there Carfax on dogs? Like dog facts?
No, but
this
that's a
dog
good
may have
name. You
been
should
this
get
dog
it.
may have been in a fighting league before. It sounds like a really violent dog.
Yeah, I think dogs that you get at the pound, Carfax is like finding a dog or a car at the junkyard.
Was Brian, your sister, wearing a Lady Gaga meat suit around the apartment?
That's true.
That could be a factor here.
Yeah, does she have a meat watch?
Yeah.
Was she covered in Cheeto dust?
That
could be.
Cheeto
yeah.
dust bath. They're
Yeah.
common in the Midwest college city.
Was she doing the classic marinara sauce skin therapy?
That's true as well. A lot at play here.
Barbecue. Yeah, was she taking a barbecue bath?
Was she in an Alpo wrestling league? Dog
true.
food wrestling
Yep,
league,
yep,
in
yep.
a little kids pool.
Yeah, that's.
It sounds like it spoiled the rest of their night. I would assume they didn't go out.
Oh, it sounds like not the roommate.
Didn't hit the the roommate's
Roommate's like, fuck
where's
you.
Where's my dog? I went to my boyfriend's for a few hours.
Yeah.
Now my dog's gone.
I'm watching Love on the Spectrum right now.
Where'd the
I don't
dog
give a
go?
fuck.
By the way, I wonder. She just could take it to
She
the pound
probably
or
fucking hit it somewhere.
called the cops.
She probably hit it.
I buried it.
Dude, no, that dog would have to be put down if it's that crazy. Dude, now this must enhance your fear of dogs once again.
Well, we were on a family walk in my neighborhood, and there's one house that's kind of just that house in the neighborhood. A lot like they have like a ton. I don't know what it is. It was almost like a hostel with like a ton of teenagers live there.
Oh,
With one adult. This dude, I don't know what the house is. They're always lighting fireworks off at all times of the year, all times of the night. They have 2 dogs that are always off the fucking leash, and they're not good dogs. And we were walking by, we let our guard down, and baby Barb was just back like 5 feet. Dogs sprint out at her. She falls.
is there a fence or no fence?
No fence.
Jesus Christ.
She falls down because she's terrified. Like was like Thank God the dogs didn't do it. I ran over. I was like, I yelled. I was like,
Do you have a weapon?
No. but
Dude, why you gotta carry you
So
gotta
I
carry a
yelled.
mace?
I yelled at the dogs. They took off. Thank God they didn't touch her or do anything. But she was clearly a little traumatized by the event. She was down. They could have done some bad damage. But yeah, and the guy's like, "Oh, sorry." That was like all this. I was like, "Jesus,
Damn, you got to carry some. John Little got attacked by dogs walking down a
did.
guy's driveway.
Yeah.
He had to throw a laptop at him.
the classic laptop defense." That's what they teach
They
you.
knocked him down.
Yeah, same. Baby Barb's. I mean, she's almost as tall as John Little, but not quite.
Dude, I know someone who lives right next door to one of those. This person has 6 cars in a driveway that should only hold 4. They park them sideways on the lawn and built a shanty town behind their house with like people living, but it has like a tarp roof over it.
Very nice.
It's it is crazy. And they have probably 12 or 13 people living there.
Very similar to this house. Not sure
not a
what's
big
going
house.
on. They have someone living in their garage, which
Yeah.
a little hot and a little cold at different times of the year. No insulation in garages, I believe.
I think this might be some sort of Airbnb situation. Off the grid Airbnbs.
Could be, I guess. I don't know what it is.
That'd be great to have. Is there an illegal Airbnb website?
It's called Dark Web Airbnb.
It's called Lose Your Organs.
You can go to a
B&B.
house and use them for crime, and then you leave. They come in and wipe your prints, and they get rid of all evidence for
Jesus. If you want to do some really fucked up stuff, yeah, I guess you
you. That's
could
where
go.
Aaron has his sex parties.
Is that true?
With his softball team, end of the year.
Have you ever been to an orgy, Aaron?
No.
Then why do they call you Orgy Aaron around here?
I don't know.
It's just ironic.
Okay.
He does the reverse nickname.
Threesome?
No.
Okay.
Aaron, you go to public school or private school?
Public, yeah.
Okay.
He went down right on the border, Tijuana.
Tijuana High.
Sure.
This is from Josh. I was asking because I thought Aaron may have gone to this school. This is actually in Philadelphia. Eleanor might have gone to the school. No, Eleanor didn't go to private school.
Eleanor didn't even go to school.
This is St. Anselm School in Philadelphia. They had a sale in honor of Mother's Day. This is a private Catholic elementary, and they were selling roses, but the roses had just thongs in them to look like roses. I don't know where they obtained these, and that's what they were selling.
Oh, they were like in a plastic
Folded
container.
up, yeah, to look like a rose. And when kids were taking it, they're like, wait a second, this is a red thong. So
They didn't know.
they're apologizing, saying it was accidental. This place is located in the Parkwood area of Philadelphia. No clue what that means.
Their moms or dads might have been happy. They're like, ooh, songs.
Cost $4,950 per year in tuition, which is like a month in LA schools.
Wait, is that even private?
Yeah, it's
4,000?
Almost not.
4,000 a year?
Yeah, here that's like legitimately like
What
a
the
month.
fuck are you talking? That's like what you spend a year on fucking school lunch.
They held a sale in honor of Mother's Day. They offering the flowers to the kid's mother.
Dude, no wonder tuition's so fucking cheap. These guys are the biggest morons in the world.
Well, they're a Catholic school, and they got them at adamandeve.com, and they were like, good Catholic names, you know?
This is some good Yoo-Hoo room material right here, dude. That's good. That was good.
One mother, Rachel Tremblay, received the gift from her young daughter, took video of her husband discovering the underwear. He's holding it up here.
Well, he did
Lacy red thong.
An
This guy's-
unboxing?
He's like laughing. He's loving it.
Jesus. What if they went to Adam and Steve?
That'd be a pair of tighty whities. It's gone viral. People on the internet are loving it. She says, open it. She could be heard saying to her husband as he slowly pulled the red lacy undergarment out of the center of the rose. He said, oh my God, I see it already. That's hilarious. He's loving it. He's like, our daughter should wear this. Thank you, St. Anselm's, jokes Rachel, the mother. She's like, it's my size. That's exactly what I ordered. What if these kids were going door to door selling thongs to people? Like, what size waist are you?
That'd be great. Dude, this dad's definitely... They kept that thong, by the way. There's no way they threw it away.
Yeah, like, we'll keep this for our own purpose.
Wait, are thongs one size fits all?
No, definitely not.
I know. They seem very stretchy.
Some ladies online jokester said, I'm so mad my daughter didn't get me one. I ended up with a rock painted like a ladybug. How inconsiderate.
I love Twitter fucking comments from fucking parents.
Someone else said, guess dads will get banana hammocks for Father's Day. School
Heyo!
seems more interesting since I graduated in 91. They're like, missed it.
What a stupid been fucking. By the way,
The school, are they refunding the money, or they're just like, sorry.
I think this is publicity. They probably don't have high enrollment.
Oh, you think they're trying to get?
Well, you have morons
trying to
that
get
don't even
people to
know.
come?
Yeah. I think schools now, especially private schools, they got to do everything to promote themselves.
School says the item was a Valentine's Day gift intended for adults. The administration will determine how this error occurred and take steps to prevent further recurrence.
Wait, why was the school even giving those to adults?
Well, they're saying that they thought this was a Mother's Day gift. Turns out,
I thought they were saying, hey, it was only for the parents. Kids shouldn't have access.
Staff. That was in the teacher's room.
Dude, next year it's going to be a fruit bowl that's just dildos.
The spokesperson from the church governance archdiocese, which runs the school, called it an unfortunate mistake.
He's like, yes, we're so sorry about this, but we won't apologize about all the kid rape going on.
They said they moved the thongs to another school, so
Yeah.
they can't affect anybody else.
The ASB president who ordered that has been recalled.
Yeah, it's weird.
They said there's no evidence that these were intentionally made available.
I'm reading it now. He's like, we'll do everything in our power to get to the bottom of this and make sure this never happens again.
And we're smelling them to try to see if they were worn previously.
We're going to see if we can get some children to wear them for the priests as a fashion show, underground fashion.
Either of you guys see the John Wayne Gacy Netflix docuseries?
Dude, you're going hardcore on all
hardcore
these.
true crime.
Dude, are you scared now that you're going to get kidnapped?
A little bit.
Or John Wayne Gacy? No, I have not seen it yet.
It's pretty. He has some good reasons for why he was having sex with men. Some pretty good reasons.
What are the top two?
Top one? Well, he said he was bisexual, but he never, with guys, it was only sexual. It was never any feelings attached, so he did not consider himself gay. He said gay people were weak, and he was not gay. He wanted that known, but he was married. Second wife was like, he would never have sex with me. And he would say he was too tired from work, but he would bring these guys and hang out in the garage all the time.
He's like, I'm too tired from fucking my buddies in the garage.
So there's a picture of him that looks a lot. He's a chubby guy. I'm not saying Brian Holtzman is, but he has a pencil-thin black mustache with gray pompadour. He looks like Holtzman in this one picture. It's pretty crazy. But he said his second wife was accusing him of being gay so much that he's like, if you're going to accuse me, then fine, I'm going to go out and do it. And so that was one of his big excuses. Was like, you accused me so much that you left me no choice but to go out there and do it to spite you.
She probably accused him one time. Oh, that's it. Fine. If you're gonna believe that, then here I am.
Wait till you see how gay I can be.
Yeah. You think I'm gay now?
We started spelling his name Gaycy to spite her.
Yeah.
He said he brought this fucking high school wrestler over.
By the way,
he would bring you to his place.
But what does he pay you? Why would a high school wrestler want to hang out with a creeper?
He worked with him.
Oh.
He was he owned a construction business. This guy worked under him. Okay. Some of the guys though he would bring like street prostitutes, these dudes. But this guy he brings over, and I think he had a pool table, and he's like, "Let's play for all the marbles." And the guy's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "If I win, I perform a sex act on you. If you win, you perform a sex act on me."
Whoa!
And the guy was like, "Yeah, no thanks." And he's like, "What do you mean no thanks?" He's like, "I'm not playing for that." And he's like, "That was a test. I was testing you to see how you'd react."
This guy's great.
And the guy said that he was always doing weird shit like that. So he's like, and I was like, okay. Like he's like, I was uncomfortable, but I was like, whatever, okay. So then I'm trying to think if this is the same guy or a different guy. John Wayne Gacy was a clown. He loves painting clowns. He was a clown himself, not professionally, but like as a hobby, like Aaron plays softball.
By the way, hobby clown?
Yeah.
Most
Creepy.
Terrifying weirdo thing you could ever be.
They're like, he invented his own persona. I'm like, yeah, don't all people who are clowns? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, but usually they have professional aspirations, not just like, hey, I'm a hobby clown.
So he would get you over, he'd get you wasted, and he'd be like, "You want to see a magic trick?"
Jesus. This is like some weird old man shit.
He puts cuffs on himself, gets out of the cuffs. Now you try it. Then you're in cuffs, and then he
kills you.
Yeah, strangles you and rapes you. Whew, quite the magic trick. But he did it to one guy.
Guy got out?
He left the room. The guy was like, my wrists were small. I broke free. Guy was a high school wrestler. Shot him into a double leg takedown. He cuffed Gacy.
What?
And he's like,
I thought you were going to say he was another magician, and that guy got out of the cuff.
He cuffed Gacy, and he's like,
how big was Gacy? Big guy or small guy?
I think kind of small, but was chubby.
Double leg.
Yeah,
Cuffed him.
took him down, cuffed him, and Gacy's like, "This never happened." And then the guy, he's like, "I was just messing around." The guy, he's like, "Stay the night." They were going somewhere together the next day. The guy stayed. He goes, "I didn't sleep a one wink. I sat on the edge of the bed."
I would have left.
And the
guy told him after he cuffed him, he goes, "Now I'm going to rape and kill you."
I don't know what he said to him, but the guy didn't call the cops because he was so ashamed of what happened. And then Gacy went on to kill like 30-something people.
Jesus Christ.
Some of whom are still being identified like as of like last year.
Do you remember that?
They had no DNA back then. They had no DNA on all these people. So they're like, the cops were like, they're a teenager. They ran away. Who cares? Big deal.
Do you remember that NPR story about the guy who was hitchhiking?
Yeah, he
like
came in contact
70?
with Gacy.
Gacy picked him up, and then
he was big on picking up guys like that.
Yeah, and then the guy was like getting weird vibes from him. Saw there was like a clown wig in the back of his car, and then asked him to drop him off, just pull over and let him out, and he did. And Jesus, and then later found out John Wayne Gacy was.
There were guys though that he would let go after hanging out with him. Yeah, not a lot, but he would. Yeah.
Well, guys that he thought would be too hard to probably.
I'm not sure. Just whatever. He didn't have the urge to kill him. And
Aaron, you're a hobby clown.
No,
that's part of the reason he got caught. Is he let this guy go? He drugged him. But the guy was semi-conscious. Saw what exit he got off on the highway. And the guy sat either in the breakdown lane or right off the exit, waited for the car. Saw it, followed him to his house, got his address, told the cops, and then they started looking into him.
Jesus Christ.
It's quite the tale.
Can't let him go. That's, classic serial killer 101. You can't let him live.
Yeah, he killed, I think, 33 at least.
Fuck.
Quite a run. Back then, it was so different. Like, all these teens were disappearing who worked for him. People were just like, who knows? They were just taking off. They were having a good time.
There's guys now, though, that do that. There's plenty of teens that take off now. Dude, there's a lot of people live in areas where a teen takes off, and they're like, whatever.
Yeah. So, John Wayne Gacy.
Now you got these long-haul trucker serial killers. I want to see a documentary on that.
Ice Road truck killers.
Yeah, basically.
Over the top.
There's some fucking crazy motherfuckers that are doing the ice road trucking shit.
No, they're killing.
They're killing that pussy.
Yeah, they are. All right, I think we should
do it.
We should get out of here. Aaron, good luck. You got a game this week?
Oh yeah.
2 or 1?
One tomorrow and another one Thursday.
What would you do if your wife said, "Aaron, the softball's got to stop"?
Uh-oh.
I'd be pretty upset.
Would you leave?
No.
Would you say, "Please, just let me play in one league"?
Yeah, I think it'd be fair.
What would she say?
She'd probably be fine with it as long as it was at night or something.
Dude, what if she's like,
After
you're always so tired. You're hanging out with the guys in the garage.
You're like, I'm tired. I get softball on my mind. And you're always hanging out with the guys after the game, having a good time. I hear you guys whooping it up in the outside.
You're always doing your handcuff trick.
What a fucking creepy. That kid was like 17. Gacy was like 40 or 35. I don't know. He's old, way older.
But also, you're 17. You don't go over to 40-year-old dude's house.
Let's
and
play
hang
a
out.
little pool 1-on-1. You win, we fuck.
Do you think-
I win, we fuck.
Do you think he was like, yeah, but I'm saying if I lose, I have to perform it on you? Oh, that would be terrible.
Who wants that other than me?
What did people say about him walking around as a clown that doesn't get paid?
I think he would do parades and stuff, and he told law enforcement, you can get away with anything as a clown, even murder.
And they're like, you're right, John.
He did.
Cool guy.
But he also claimed
we still coming over to your garage and fuck it later?
He said he didn't know he did any of the crimes. He's like, I don't know what happened. I blacked out. Who knows?
Blacked out.
30 fuck.
But then he said in one of the interviews, he's like, you're going to give me the death penalty? I killed 30-something people. Gacy wins again, and starts cackling like a maniac.
Dude, by the way,
fucking weirdo.
Gacy wins again. Dude, you need Gacy on your team to go against these guys that say fuck you.
Dude, this guy was in like local politics. He was he like loved being in these groups.
Did he get the chair? Or was he just on death row until he died?
No, he got I
don't remember.
think he did get killed.
Damn.
I believe.
How old was he?
Let me see how old he was when he died.
Because he had a pretty solid run.
Yeah, weren't women like trying to marry him and all that?
Yeah, he seems like the more whimsical of all the serial killers.
He liked a good time.
Yeah, he definitely did. He's into magic. Clowns.
Let's see, he was 52 when he died.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah. It says John Wayne Gacy, American serial killer and pederast.
How many
Raped,
kids?
tortured, and murdered at least 33 young men and boys.
How many kids did he have?
Regularly performed at children's hospitals and charitable events as Pogo the Clown or Patches the Clown.
Damn.
He had 2 kids, but that wife took off. That was his first wife, and she was gone quick, and he never saw the kids again.
Pogo was probably
He's
the
5'9",
best work.
to answer your earlier question.
What's his weight?
Doesn't say his weight, but he was definitely
He seemed like a stockier
He was
guy.
a doughier fella.
That's scary because you get a 5'9"er out there that's a big guy. You're in deep shit. He gets a hold of you.
He sounds a little bit like Stephen Avery, oddly enough.
Oh, does he?
A little bit. It's from Chicago, I believe.
Yeah, sure.
How do you know, Aaron? You a
Because
fan?
my parents lived in his neighborhood when they first got married.
the
yeah.
fuck
You know who
up.
else lived
Seriously?
in their neighborhood or close by is Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he talked about how he no idea this was going on. Like they were playing
He's like,
outside all the
I
time.
go play pool with the guy.
The magician, Pogo the Clown.
He says, I win. I have to perform sex act on him.
You put the cuffs on me? What the?
This guy's gonna rape me?
Neighborhood Santa? John Wayne?
So you lose, you do it to me?
It
What
sounds like
the
a lose-lose. That's how a lot of kids in that neighborhood became great at pools.
Yeah, they had to be. Some of the best pool players in the world that came out of that neighborhood,
Training,
that era.
A fucking pool hall in his basement.
Wait, do your parents grow up in his neighborhood while he was around there?
They moved into an apartment. There's like a major street in between his neighborhood and where they lived.
Yeah.
But they weren't. I don't think they were there that long.
He had a
This
lot
is
of
the time
parties.
period that he was living there, though.
Yeah,
He had a lot of
active.
neighborhood parties. He had like a big grill he built, and they found sure enough, anything that was newly concrete he was putting bodies under, and he went under the grill.
God
He
damn.
made like a big grill because he would have like these big backyard parties.
What was his IQ? High?
I don't know. They didn't say. But I think he had a successful construction.
Well, not to mention, how do you juggle serial killing, a successful business, fucking teenage kids?
Well, he was a clown. That's how he
Jeez,
juggled.
and a clown.
And he was friends with Aaron's parents. So played on their softball.
Did they ever see him walking his dog or anything?
No, not that I know of. They just knew.
saw him walking
After it
boys.
came out, they're like, "Oh shit, we lived across the road."
Jesus. Did they ever walk by when he opened his garage and you're like, oh man, it smells like people were fucking in
Your
there.
dad's like, I was always hanging out in that garage.
But
A lot of guy talk.
He did have mutual sex without killing people.
Yeah,
dudes.
consensually, yeah.
Like with older guys in his neighborhood?
All
that
young.
were-
All young.
Okay. Jesus.
Yeah, he had a type.
Man.
Old John Wayne.
Watch out for those clowns.
They're coming. Goodbye,
Yeah,
everybody.
probably in your face.
We'll see you later.
Adios.
You win. We win. Goodbye.
They call him the Danish. Oh, oh.